stages are gimmicky and bullshit, and
that's awesome.
I really love gimmicky bullshit, which is why I think the stages.
That's your favorite kind of game, is the gimmicky bullshit.
That's once again, I think this game would be beautiful if Craig was the only character.
Rivals?
You know? Yeah, Rivals. Yeah.
That makes sense for you, but headed into game 1 of loser semis here, Etalus. Now, I don't know how much experience Isam has against Etalus because they don't come to this local so often, and I'm not sure how much they've run into Etalus on like rank, etc., or how much they played Ryan, especially, right?
Etalus, I think Bev and Ryan haven't really played. Etalus isn't that popular, so probably not a lot, but hey, you're throwing needles, you're beating out Etalus's negative disjoints. It seems to be working.
It does seem like it's working a little bit, but Franzwa is going to find a bit of a combo here, trying to even it up.
Now you're at 80. Yeah. Off stage
Single hit converts into 85, and up smash doesn't quite work. Yeah. But
great shield pressure. And
you're down.
Okay, Isam used to fought one Etalus because they knew that like after up grab's the hit grab, right?
Yeah.
They did double jump air dodge, even though they already used it up, right?
Yeah.
So if you get hit by Etalus up there, you get double jump and air dodge. You get both of those back.
Okay, interesting.
So they've fought at least one singular Etalus before in order to know that. Is my takeaway.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Nice up smash there. Little up air up smash combo. Ryan's still alive though. That's very bad, you know?
Yeah, I agree, especially considering how quickly he was able to turn up the heat last stock for us. I mean, it's just that long conversion, basically.
I mean, look at last week, right? If you want to beat Ryan, you have to make him play a lot. Otherwise, he's just going to keep going.
You do,
right?
yeah.
Like,
and that's the thing. You really have to make him work, and it really don't look like work for him right now.
Yeah, if the games go fast, he's moving fast, and that's
true. That's true, and that's not what you want. You want the games to go long. So really, honestly,
you need him to move slow, like Knight 3 Freddy faster instead of fast, like 20, 20, 20, 20 Freddy faster.
That's your one for the day.
Yeah, that's my one for the day, and I used it.
You used it in a good spot, I would say. Yeah,
see?
I'll give it up.
Like I said, I'm gonna say Freddy once, and it was a good one.
It was a very good one. You know what? I enjoyed that a lot. A very merry Freddy Fazbear.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sean, you don't want to see bracket.
Yeah.
Okay. That being said, here, Isam's getting a little bit here cooked up. Ooh, great jump call out with the forward air. Yeah, that's gonna kill, man. Dude, Olympia forward air used to deal more damage than Etalus forward air. And I think that speaks to the balance of this game. It doesn't anymore. They changed it in the patch. But yeah, just sit and think about that for a second, you know?
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I think it's beautiful, so I think it shouldn't be changed.
It is beautiful. I think Olympia's kind of like Smash 4 Mario, where you just do ladder combos with up air. And I love Smash 4 Mario. I wish he was my dad, so...
yeah.
Yeah.
I won't comment on that. We're just gonna go back to the game if that's all right.
Ryan's still keeping up really good shield pressure.
That's
here.
true, but Ryan nearly finding a kill with the forward air there, but actually the icicle sniped them out of what probably would have otherwise been a free back air edge guard.
I was gonna say I don't want to mix up coaching, but I want to know if like Isam knows you can crouch cancel. Ooh, me when I'm cheat.
I said cheat maxing earlier to Phil, but he laughed.
Yeah. Dude, great getting rid of the bubble there and just, keeping the damage on.
The tricky thing about Etalus in that position is you don't have an up air that sends up, you know what I mean? So it can be kind of awkward to actually find an edge guard off the top, or find something off the top, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean...
It's like Lorraine in Rivals 1. I can't wait for her.
Yeah.
Okay. Something started here though. Really good draw through the platform with that up air, calling out the shield draw. Ooh, and that needle snuffing out dash attack is huge. That stops you from in dash attack, air tech chase, whatever.
Yeah, right. And this is the...
You gotta be hitting those.
Yeah, and Mirai is finding a little bit here, but will it be enough? I don't think. No. Icicle's gonna take the air dodge, and down B is going to finish off the stock.
You had to do bubble there, because if you look at how far the up you went, I don't think Mirai was close enough to ledge anyways.
Yeah.
I think you had to, bubble to wall there, even just to have enough distance.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Like it didn't purple screen, but you could make it back with distance, yeah.
Okay, banning
Tempest
Peak and the Dojo.
That makes sense.
So Godai
and
Delta comes out here.
Tempest, sure, that makes sense. I
It's
think
a small
Ranno's gonna
floor.
go
I think
stage,
it's a small floor too. I think, right? That
True,
makes
it's
sense.
also bad for Etalus. Yeah, small floor. Ranno that makes sense. Yeah, and then Dojo gets Ranno me when I want to die. You know, so don't want to go there, TBH. And is that Isam starting off this game very good, getting a really long combo here.
Yeah, and this is exactly what you want to see after game one, right? You want to see them starting to get into a little bit more of their pacing, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like that game was lost when they had to speed up and play at Ryan's pace, right? Like
100%.
But Ryan, like when Ryan was like hitting them, it felt very hard for them to actually escape because Ryan was making decisions basically at a pace they weren't comfortable with.
Yeah.
But hopefully as the set progresses, we'll see that start to change.
Now, this is also, I'd like to point out, this is 129 off of a single opening.
Sure is.
Got the first opening of the game here. Wow.
But still hasn't been able to find a kill, which I guess is a hallmark of heavies as an archetype. But
yeah. Well, and also, I mean, you're recovering high, so it's not like you're going to be able to really get, you know, like a good forward air.
Yeah, but Franzwa is literally evening everything right back up here.
Great air dodge. I did not think, I knew what Franzwa was going for with, like, icicles up there. I did not think he had enough time to air dodge. I thought that Esau was just going to have to eat that, but
yeah,
got out of it. Okay, so back air forward.
Yep, back air forward air. It's a lot of damage here.
Etalus bear is so good,
and
man.
Yep. And Isam realizing, like, I can kind of just hang out there.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't have to, like, play into Etalus' traps here. Like, I can come back whenever I feel like I can come back, right? And that means I can just wait everything Etalus wants to do out before I make my move on the bubble, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is very tricky. I can see that being... Brian's going to have...
That's a huge up smash on shield now.
It is.
Well, he was going to get punished, but then he did it.
Yeah.
Died.
Ryan's going to have to find most of his kills on stage is what that means, though. And that's going to be hard, I think.
Ooh, just good drift back. You could have back air there, right? Would have covered more space, but...
Forward air off ledge is such like a, it's just such a big move, and it has like way less landing lag too. So it's like you just kind of, it's an awesome move off ledge, I think.
I'm also noticing Isam's doing a lot of like full hop aerial fall down. Right?
Yeah.
Like lots of down air, lots in air, right?
Yeah, which, I mean, it seems like it works if you're playing at that slower pace, right? But at the same time, it's the type of thing where that type of stuff is super reactable if you start getting called out, right? But
yeah, but they're finding all their, I'm just noticing they're doing that, right? But then they're getting all their hits, you know, grounded down.
Yeah. Wow, that was really, really fast activity off ledge from Franzwa there. And this feels like the break point to me. Can you land as Franzwa here? Looks like you can. Finds a back air, but gotta find the stock. That's the hard thing. Gotta find the stock. Can you find the stock?
Okay, that's a grab.
Back throw.
Off stage, you can get something here.
Sure can. Oh, I thought if you did like rising back air, I think it might have comboed, but I don't play Etalus, so I don't know.
Okay, well you're going high. You're not gonna, you know, get hit. Ooh,
you are gonna get hit. Wow.
Just barely spacing right underneath that floor there.
Yeah. And that's not quite gonna do it, but yep, the up B down there is gonna take the stock, and we're even on our last stock, folks. But the Etalus tax looks like it may be about to come into play here. Not quite, only 22 and counting due to the poison chip, but...
Nothing off the jab, and still low enough where Ryan was able just to, you know, floor hog or whatever down. The Nair and just get back safely. Okay. Great wait out there, right? Just waiting for Ryan to actually make a commitment before, you know, hitting him, right?
Yeah.
They added that weak spot, right? That used to be a strong hit up there. That's why it's not as good when like Etalus goes up high now. Because it used to, the very top of it would be strong. Now it's not.
Oh, this is...
Icicles? Isam also is yet to parry Icicles once up there, which...
Yeah.
Not that, you know, Ryan will grab ledge and be fine, but you get invincibility. He doesn't get ledge and vulnerability. You get down tilt into imagination.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so this last stock here is so, like, what are you looking for to try to find the kill as Ranno here? You got to find forward air, right, off stage?
Forward air, back air off stage, yeah.
Franzwa's not going to let that happen, but
miss.
It is a bad miss. Two very near
back
misses
air.
there leads to back air. Franzwa seems like he's starting to accept his fate, but...
There's another bear. And that's just the Ranno back air, yeah.
Can you find the actual killing one?
There's another one.
That's a deep one, and
There you go.
Yep, there's the finisher.
Just, you get your wall jump back after getting a hit, and you can go all the way out there. Yep.
And a nice play from Mirai to even the setup at 1-1.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see what Mirai's bans are here. I'm kind of interested. DSR takes away Merchant Port, of course. We're going to see Air Armada and Fire Capital banned.
So the two big stages with lots of ground.
Yeah, we're going to run right back to Jules Vale. Okay.
Yeah, Franzwa putting down a lot of ice to get started. Missing the up B, but, you know, still trying to put it down.
Yep.
Which I feel like Ryan wasn't putting down as much ice last game, right?
No,
Maybe he just didn't get the chance to, though, granted.
He definitely was. I just feel like it wasn't doing quite as much for him. But back on Jules Vale here, the floor being open is going to be huge. That's going to...
Huge backer there. You can hit bubble, no? Esam is so good. They keep doing the, where they, like, go low with tongue and then just, you know, up you, like, right past ledge, right?
Yeah.
Like, they up you lower than you expect them to. It's really huge.
Misses the forward air and gets basically shine spiked for it.
Yeah, that's tough. Okay.
But...
Gonna still be back in neutral here.
Yeah.
That back air, you know, does not really hit out of shield well.
A lot of damage being tacked on here by Mirai, though.
Ooh,
and a
fair shot kill, yeah.
Nice. That is going to do it off the side.
Up tilt gonna beat out that down air, just not quite coming out fast enough for Mirai.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see here, like, what... Okay, finds a grab into a pummel.
Second pummel for Franzwa.
The up air mix is what we're doing now. Okay. Actually, had the right idea with the up smash, but the ice made him drift just a little too far to be in the right spot.
He has like the right ideas for up smash, but they just keep missing because he goes too far on ice.
Yeah, but I'll tell you also, Franzwa's done a really nice job of capitalizing off fair on shield.
Oh yeah.
There's been a lot of things like up tilt, for example, that have been able to catch jumps out of shield, things of that nature that have just been really, really pivotal for Franzwa on this set. But oh, the back air not quite gonna do it. Not quite gonna do it.
Had good DI on that.
And if Mirai can find their way back, but they can't, then Franzwa gonna find some ice armor too. So I don't know.
Gets the combo though. And
yeah, the ice armor keeps him alive though.
I'm pretty sure ice armor doesn't make Etalus heavier in this game.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
It's a misconception because it used to, and now it just doesn't.
It did used to, yeah.
It just makes Uppy have like armor, and that's it.
I see.
I don't know why it doesn't make him heavier. It should.
That explains why people don't go for it as much.
Yeah, no, it's ice armor is really bad in this game. Fun fact. Could have got maybe a dash attack into something off of that in there, but gonna get double fair.
Nice. That's a good reaction, but. Also, just something that you can go for because you're Ranno, you know what I mean? Like, you can just, like, that super weak hit of fair on the top, like, it's tough because if you're ready for it,
hammer.
Wow.
Huge hammer.
The ice hammer.
You saw him saying that's the first time they've ever seen it.
Yeah. Staking Franzwa to a 2-1 lead, though. There's a first time for everything, I suppose.
Yeah, if you don't get like ledge snap against Etalus hammer that's out super heavy, you do just die to it. You got to snap ledge there.
Oh, we got some blindside action happening over there. Ant playing against Fogue over there looks like. That's interesting. Do you think Ant will win?
No, they've already played. Ant was getting his ass beat, but we're here on. So this is.
Oh, Ant's playing. Oh, sorry. Fogue's playing against Mera. That's who it is.
Whatever. This is Esam's counter pick.
Yes.
I'm very curious because.
No, this is Franzwa. No, this is
Franzwa just won. Yeah. Franzwa's gone on record. I guess Esam probably doesn't know Etalus that well, right? But
Well, I feel like you have
they
to
know Etalus well, but they might not know stages as well. Is what I'm saying. Because like this is. Like, you know, Franzwa says this is his best stage or whatever. Which if you don't play against
it's definitely the cheesiest, if nothing
else.
else.
I guess if you don't play against mini Etaluses, you know.
Yeah, but I'd be interested to see if Etalus' special trick can come into play this game.
Probably won't, but you can always dream, you know.
We can dream of a beautiful Monday.
You can. Okay. Really really good way. Just saying, you know, I'm not gonna mess with like landing fair. I'll let you land. I'll catch whatever you do after the platform.
Oh,
Ooh, there it is.
There
There's
it
a
is.
special trick. Never mind, came into play.
It did.
Didn't do
kill.
anything, sadly.
It really
but
didn't. But you know, it did come into play, and that's what I was waiting for.
it was
so.
cool, and you know, he tried to be cool and do it again. I respect it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, what if it works?
Down throw fair, catching the DI in, but Etalus gonna live with the DI in on the fair too.
So hard, because if you DI in, you get fair, and if you DI out, you get like F smash.
Wait, Ryan actually read the shit out of that.
Yeah.
Okay. And now they're yelling at the commentators for being wrong, which is very funny.
Yeah. That's like the best part of it. Ooh, gets ice on. Ooh, I was expecting fair there. Just try to get a kill.
Yeah.
I see, like that might be like, you know, lack of experience there, right? Where they went for nair there, and it.
That's a tricky one because there was some ice armor still. So.
No, if you have ice armor, you just go through attacks. You have super armor on that beat. Like always, even after it explodes, it's still there for like a frame.
Nice. Okay.
So like that, in no world was that nair not getting super armored. But now you know, right?
Oh, I thought you meant like instead of a fair there. I was like, well.
No, fair also would have got super
Yeah, I know,
armored,
but I
yeah.
thought you meant like going for nair instead of fair was a misplay. I was like,
No,
oh.
no. Doing just like, yeah, that wasn't gonna work out no matter what. Okay, tries to get up smash off that tech chase, not gonna quite get it, and just throwing out forward air here. If you're at ledge, it might kill. You never know.
I like the hit fall nair there, but able to find a really high back air and actually goes all the way up to try to hit the super tall one, seeing Franzwa charging the up B, but not quite able to get high enough, unfortunately, and wow.
That was a really good, Franzwa like hit a move on shield, right? Then he waited a second and then did jab into whatever it was, right? Which I feel like he hasn't been using jab on shield a lot, right? That's a new adaptation. He's usually been like dash attacking, aerial, dash attack, then maybe a delayed aerial, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't been doing jab on shield a lot this set. That's a really nice adaptation. Just keeping your eye on their toes.
Yep.
Ooh, gets off.
Still trying to go
that
for that up
special
air
trick,
is so
yeah.
awesome, but yep, and the fair is going to do it even from across the stage there. But back in neutral here, there's quite a bit of ice on the floor, so Franzwa will have relative freedom of movement here.
Yeah. No. Well, no.
Covering tech in. Oh my god. There was a lot that could have happened there that just barely didn't.
Yeah. Franzwa, just stand back in more ice on stage.
Yep.
Back air,
forward air.
The one and only. Ooh, up smash. Did you see what happened? Franzwa went for up smash and the dive kick just beat it out because Etalus up smash is like negatively disjointed because that's funny, you know?
Yep. Oh,
not actually,
yep,
but it is
Dacus.
type beat, you know?
Yep, nice work from Franzwa to close that set out there, 3-1.
Good stuff.